Describe the last 12 months in 3 words.
Can I go 2? Absolutely wild.
And the stage is clear for Rory McIlroy.
If you're going to hold it, you've got to hit it at a reasonable pace. I don't think he's going to just drop it in the front edge. So difficult. So I'm hitting him a bit.
Right edge for me.
Right edge.
The crowd are mixed feelings. The hero in the clubhouse.
For the title. Well, he's broken a few Scottish hearts, I'm afraid. But what a finish from Rory McIlroy.
Every experience is good, whether it's good experience, bad experience. You can take something from them all. We're human beings, it's sport. You try to compete at the top level, it's not easy. It's just, you take the highs and the lows and you just keep going forward. I mean, if I don't win a major in my career, I want to win a Scottish Open. I'd set one goal for the whole season, and that was to make the Ryder Cup team, and the easiest way to do that was by picking up points on the DP World Tour, and we had planned to go to do the Asian swing. And when you look back at how fine a line it was, you look back at some of the events that you played, and you might not have done great in them, but you picked up 5 points, 10 points, any points. I had a goal in mind, and gaining them points in the end looked very valuable. Going back and defending was a big thing for me, because it was going to be the first time really trying to defend a tournament. Once I got there, I felt like everything was starting to crank up. Disappointing to have to pull out injured, but again, in the big scale of it, it was just 1 week. Yeah, it was on the Ryder Cup course. Yes, it was a big week for us, but I'd done it the year before. I was sitting quite a bit outside the Ryder Cup qualification at that point, really. I knew I had to just keep going at it, and obviously British Masters had done all right. Denmark, I should have won Denmark. I had it in 1.5 hands. Sunday was, I felt like I played the first 12 holes perfectly.
It's a shot. What a beautiful flight you put on that. That was sensational.
Not a lot of people know this, but I changed my 3-wood 10 minutes before I teed off to a brand new 3-wood that I just needed it to go a little bit shorter, because they changed a tee box on the actual 14th hole, and the 13th hole happened, and
wow, no way.
Didn't really get the chance to use it in 14 just because it wobbled me.
What is that?
Obviously Rasmus won it in the end, but I think that gave me some fire. But almost, I think if I'd won that, you maybe come into the Scottish with a bit more, look, I've just won, everything's fine. But I've come into the Scottish going, no, that was a disaster at the end, and it was about coming out there and giving it your best. And obviously Sunday was just a magical round of golf that got me into a good position. There was a lot of things had to happen for me, so I've gone into the last round, I think, so maybe 5 shots back. I can't even remember who was leading, but someone had kind of managed to get away from us. But obviously I've looked at the weather for the whole week, and I've seen that Sunday has potential to be carnage. And I remember doing interviews Saturday night, and people were asking me, what are your thoughts on tomorrow, what's the plan? And I just said to them, I need it to be absolutely brutal out here. I've woke up in the morning, I'm looking outside, and it's blowing a gale, it's showers, and I'm thinking, this is my chance to really get back in it. And obviously start the round, I started nicely, and then around the turn, I hit a great drive down 10, 9-iron in, and I've got the lucky bounce. Instead of it landing a slight downslope, side slope, it's hit into the upslope, side slope, kicked it to 5 feet.
Hard to do much better than that.
When I eagled that, I thought, we must be there or thereabouts. And then I just kept going. And when I got on the 12th green, I seen a leaderboard, and I think I might have been tied at the top at that time. I'm probably the lowest score on the course at that point, and I was in control of it. I knew what I was doing, and it was just keep going, keep going, keep going. And
there's the strength of the breeze, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. You can't pop it too high in the air. Look at that one from MacIntyre, drilling it. 154 yards. Oh, what a shot. Oh, and a little unlucky. Oh, my. So one of the best shots we've seen this week. So hard from elevated tee to get the ball to bore through the air. Can he make a two?
MacIntyre makes his move. He's got the lead on his own now.
Look at the crowd up there, just magnificent. They absolutely adore him.
When I walked off the par 3, when I birdied that, I mean, the noise when I was walking to the next tee was something I thought I'd never experienced. It was just getting louder, and obviously birdie 15, and the crowds from the 14s now following you. Birdie 15, and I'm now thinking, we must have a two-shot lead. But it's not over on there when it was that windy, so it was just trying to get in at the score I was on, and obviously I bogeyed the par 5, good up and down in 17, and then 18 was just hitting hope almost, but calculated.
Well, they're in deep conversation here, not surprisingly. What a huge moment with the hybrid.
He had a rescue out, now he's gone to what looks as if it could be his 3-wood. Down the shaft, he's going to hit a cutty shot. And he would be hot favourite if he can make a par, getting down in 3 from here.
Tougher shot with this club, though. Like it.
Oh my
God's
goodness.
sake.
Oh my.
Oh, Ken.
What a shot. One of the best shots I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, I'm from a small town. I've had great support from family, friends, and a lot of the town. But I never thought I would have a support like that at a golf tournament. I dreamed of winning a Scottish Open or an Open. You never think it's going to happen, do you? I mean, when I've held that putt on 18, it was just the noise, the support, and looking across the bridge. I looked down to my left, seeing my mum and that, seeing my family, and it was like, what have I just done?
With Rory's ability to hit it high in the air and cut it, he's one of a few players that could get at this flag.
In my head, I'm going, well, worst it's a playoff, to be honest with you. He then misses a putt on 16 for birdie, and I'm thinking, right, got a chance here. He then hits an unbelievable iron shot into 17 with that wind.
Be good, Sam. It's going to be good. When this finishes, you're going to like it. You're going to really like it.
He holds a good putt there, and then, I mean, 18 was just, it was carnage all day. I think there was only 3 birdies there. Me and Rory were 2 of them. So I'm thinking there is a chance he makes birdie. There is a chance he makes par. There's also a chance he makes bogey here. And he's hit his tee shot, and when I'm watching it on the TV at the range, like the tracer obviously, you can see it turning left. I think I had about 230 yards, 220 yards. He must have about the same, 210, 200, and you're still thinking there's a chance here because a 2-iron and that green is carnage. He's hit one of the best shots that he can hit. And then his putt, I mean, I've spoken to him since, and he thought it was going to miss, but there's not many players on the planet that can do what he done there. And I mean, he's one of the best of our generation to ever do it, and I mean, hats off.
I actually thought it was going to look better. The shot tracer is a little delayed, and it felt like it went lower than. Yeah, I guess it was. I mean, you can sort of see the start of the ball. You can see the ball take off. Yeah, it was pretty good. That was alright.
But that was the first time I really went in the mixer. Obviously, winning in Italy, there was some of the top. Rory was there, Fitzy, and Hovland. So there were still good guys there, but that was the first time Scottish Open when I really felt like you're in the mix against the top boys, and obviously it's on home soil, so your links golf, you're a bit more comfortable. It was good to know that you can play against the best and know that your best stuff is up there. I didn't know exactly where it would put me in the Ryder Cup standings, but I knew it was going to catapult me into a position that was strong. Obviously a win would have made it it would have just shot it out of the park, but we don't do things easily. And my goal wasn't to get my PGA Tour count. My goal was to make the Ryder Cup team at that point, and I had dreams of playing Ryder Cups and whatnot. And again, you don't believe it'll happen, but you never know.
I don't think that any of us had any doubts that Bob was going to feel like a fish in water, having grown up playing team sports, playing shinty. And I think the other part is where he comes from. I've never been to Oban, but I've seen pictures, and having traveled the world, I have an idea of what the place is like. It's a small place where you have that sense of unity, I believe. I didn't really speak about my experience. All I spoke about is what his first experience can be like. I tried to enjoy these first couple of days, get the people on board, play with the crowds a little bit, offer yourself to, offer your personality to the people and try to build a relationship with them, because they're the ones that can carry you throughout the week. I think any of us that played a Ryder Cup for the first time as a rookie, you will always feel a bit more comfortable playing with somebody that has played a few. And Rosie definitely fits the role of that person that has been around a lot, that knows what can happen, they can hold fort together in case things go wrong. And it's basically what happened on that Friday afternoon, which was Bob's first game. You know, Bob kind of took a little bit of time to put the wheels in motion, and Rosie made sure that they stayed within the game. You know, I think he birdied the first and then didn't really do anything until the 13th hole. So you could see that between the first and the 13th, like, he was getting a bit frustrated and a bit agitated because he wasn't really fulfilling his part. But once he made that birdie on 13, you know, you could feel that he was slowly putting a foot into the role that he wanted to fulfill. And then at the end of the week, to see a guy like that go undefeated and win 2.5 points. So yeah, I think most of us will remember the celebrations on Sunday night for a long time.
The golf's the golf, no matter. Good golf anywhere in the world is simply good golf. You hit it where you're aiming it, the right distance. It's good no matter where you're playing. It was more the lifestyle, the different way they work on the tours, the different travel on the tour. I feel like Europe's, the boys, you're travelling, and because you're going so far afield, likes to Asia, Africa. A lot of the time it's just the player and the caddy that travel. So a lot of times you're going for food and dinners, and you're in a players' lounge and everyone's sitting together. Whereas in America, everyone's travelling with a team. No, it was difficult. We're just not getting the results you want. You know your game's good enough. You know that you can do X, Y, and Z. It was more just I had to realise that I'm good enough to be out here. Obviously tweaked a few things within my team. Started to see a little bit of difference. Started to see results. Started to see, even if I wasn't getting the result, I was starting to see performances building, and then it just started to happen. I think 3:30 I teed off on the Saturday. So I was sitting around watching TV, watching some of the golf, and got to the golf course. I'm like, I need some food. I need to do this, and everything was flat. And then see, when I started the round, I said to my dad, I feel so lethargic. I've just sat around all day. But I was playing with Foxy, obviously, and it was a familiar face. It was comfortable, but I just felt like there was nothing. I didn't have any energy. Obviously, Foxy's a really fast player. And at the start, I felt like I was playing at his speed, and he was doing well. And my dad said, "You're going too fast." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He was, "Plus he's playing fast. You're playing fast. Go back, go your own speed." To be honest, he just brought simplicity to the whole game. On the 10th hole, he gave us a bit of he was like, "Right, what have you been working on? What's going on? What are you? Everything's negative here. We need to switch this." And then sure enough, I started to think about what I was doing and switched it. A lot of the previous results had made me realise that you got to just stay in, you got to just hang in. The birdie 10, nice cut shot, a divot on 11, and then the last 4 holes just changed the golf tournament for me.
Now all of a sudden you've got 7 players separated by a shot at the top.
Hey, Dad's doing a heck of a job.
Dad, come on now! I was starting to get concerned if he was going to pull the stick in time.
It's the 3 in a row, and he does it. Yeah. Got the bit between the teeth now.
17. Eagle putt for MacIntyre. Coming in here with 3 in a row birdies. Dottie. Oh, yeah!
I believe that's officially a heater.
That sure is. 5 under in 4 holes and the first eagle of the week.
Week players are facing adverse weather conditions. It's rained all morning, but it's supposed to lighten up as the day goes on, and the course is in terrific condition.
His last 2 final rounds at Hamilton, 61 5 years ago, 64 today.
Low round of the day. We're watching what's happening right now. Do you think what you just did could be enough?
I don't think so. I wish it was. Selfishly, it would be nice if it was enough, but, Bob's a good friend of mine, Ryder Cup teammate, and, it would be really good to see him get the job done.
I wasn't thinking about winning a golf tournament until late on, where I think you have to box smart when it's late on. And so I started to hit certain shots because I knew the circumstance I was in. I knew playing partner, Ben, he put the foot down. He just started to chase me down, and I thought I managed it well. And then 18, I've hit the tee shot. I'm thinking that's going to be tight to that bunker, but it must have flown it. Standing there with it was between a 6 and a 7 iron. And I didn't think that there was a bit of fog coming down. I didn't think the 7 was getting there. When I've heard kind of the hums for Ben's shot that's just missed the green left, I didn't know where it ended up, but I knew it was left. Me and my dad decided just smash the 7. Smash the 7 as soon as I've hit it right over the middle of the bat, looked up, just left the flag. I'm thinking, well, it cannot be wrong with the pin.
Oh, what a shot! Bobby MacIntyre.
When I've heard the roar for my one, I'm like, this is perfect. And that's when kind of the emotion started. Everyone started to build, because I'm like, I'm going to do this. With my dad in the bag, which was just kind of a fairy tale. Try to lag that first putt up. It's going to go 2 feet, 2.5 feet by, and did have a thought. I was like, when's the last time you missed a 2.5 footer?
A father and son, together forever.
When it's gone in, it was a bit of disbelief. I've looked up and it's my dad, the bucket hat, the guy that's taught me the game of golf. And I thought I was good enough to win the PGA Tour. I knew I was good enough to win the PGA Tour. I didn't ever think that it was going to happen with my dad in the bag. It was a fairy tale, to be honest with you. You couldn't have scripted the week.
I'm speechless, to be honest. I don't think I'm looking for a caddy. I think Wayne Kroon are looking for a greenkeeper. It's just, yeah, this is just everything for me and my family. My girlfriend, my team. Can't believe I done it with him in the bag. It's just.
A lot of people thought I was going in a bender for a week, but I was only wanting to go home because, yeah, my dad taught me the game of golf, but so many people around me sacrificed so much, and if I went to the memorial, I was going to be straight back into a golf tournament, and there's only a small group of people that know exactly what you've given up and not what you've given up, but what you've chosen. Because you're not giving it up, you're just choosing to do something different. See them and spend time with them. It's what it's about. I'm a home bird, everyone knows that. But to spend another Scottish Open, I mean, I dreamed as a kid. I've watched Scottish Opens at Loch Lomond for however many years. That used to be mine and my dad's kind of trip. You always think, oh, I want to play a Scottish Open, and then you obviously start to play them, and every one is as special as the other. There's no, obviously last year was a big standout with the performance I had, but I mean, if I don't win a major in my career, I want to win a Scottish Open right up there with it. So every year I'm going to come back, I'm going to try and try and compete, try and win it. There's a lot more people in the crowds now shouting, knowing who you are, but no, the support all over Scotland has been, it's been absolutely incredible, to be honest. I didn't think it would ever get to that, but again, I try and just be me.
To watch another DP World Tour video, click here, and to subscribe, click here.